I'm here. I'm here. Hello, yes, I have arrived. Hi, 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 hi. Hello. Hello to is my mic? Oh, my mic is working too. See? Everything's all going according to plan. So, hello Madness Blaze. Hello Adrian Reese. Hello Jelly. Hello Hino. Hello Ollie. Why are you so completely ecstatic right now? I'm very curious. I want to know more. I still shouldn't be here, but here I am again. I appreciate you being here, Eblis. Thanks for stopping by. I can't be trusted on that. Eblis is in bed technically, so but Eblis is here right now. They want to listen to their mama. Can't believe I'm going along with that. Isn't it like midnight? Hello, Roller. Hi, Blitzian. I appreciate you being here. Hi, Kigo, and hi, Sun. Ooh, sorry. Fire and Sunny. I appreciate you being here too. Thank you all for stopping by. It always means a lot when you have the chance to be able to see me. I'm right now. I'm gonna move the camera more this way so I don't have to crane my head so much. Right now, I'm kind of just like chilling. I'm just like, I'm sitting in my bed right now, really just kind of just coasting, chilling, trying to prepare myself for what's gonna happen the next 8 days. And really, I've been actually evaluating my live streams the past couple of times because I want to find to make sure that I'm being more concise in how I speak and making sure that I don't ramble off. I feel like I've been watching my past live streams the past couple of days and I'm like, what am I even talking about? So I'm going to try to focus more on being more concise in what I'm talking about and maybe speak in more detail about what I'm talking about because I feel like a lot of the times I talk about a lot of things where I don't specify enough things, like they're in my head, but I don't specify them enough where you all know where I'm coming from. I know where I'm coming from, but that doesn't make sense if I can't relay my point to you all so you all know where I'm coming from. So I'm going to be evaluating some of these things. I don't intend to stream for a long time, as always. I will stream for probably about an hour, maybe an hour and 15, but my cutoff time for sure is 8:30 because I'm going to go play Marvel Rivals with my coworker after this. So I'm here for the time being. I'm here to say what's up and say hi and all that good stuff. So I'm happy that you're here, and I hope we can have a good hour together, okay? My grades are incredible. My teachers outright said I'm one of the best students. That's good to hear, Ollie. I'm very happy that you have teachers that actually look at you in that regard. I think I had teachers that looked at me in that regard. I wasn't a bad student per se, but I wasn't exactly like a star-studded spectacular student either. So I had a couple teachers that I made good impact upon. And of course, they made good impact upon me too. So it's only best that I return the favor. I have the worst headphone dent ever. Are you talking about for your forehead? Yeah, because actually when it comes to me wearing these the Quest Pro, what happens more often than not, because there's a singular strap that goes across my head, and that strap oftentimes is pushing down on my hair, and it's making, whenever I take my headset off and I look into a mirror, I literally see this straight up indent in my hair, and I'm just like, what? But it's okay. It's fine. It usually goes away after I take a shower. Usually. Well, bro, actually I call it Fire and Sunny's son. Not judging, but I still love your friend. Did I call Fire and Sunny's son? No, it's because their name is Fire and Sunny. I was saying Fire and Sun, and then halfway through me saying it, I was like, oh, what's their actual name? And I looked it up. Listen, Kiko, you should know better than I do that my brain is absolutely random. It is like thinking things halfway through me saying something, and more often than not, I find myself in a completely different tangent because my mind really just doesn't want to control itself sometimes. But that is what I'm trying to do with today's chat, to at least give myself some cohesion to my thoughts. I don't like hearing myself and being like, what am I talking about? What point am I trying to make here? So if anything, I feel like as a streamer, if I want to make sure I make my points, I make sure I make a cohesive but a cohesive statement all the way around so that viewers that are maybe just listening can even understand the context as well. Yeah, I can stick till 8:30. I'm not sticking till 8:30 personally. I will probably stick upwards until about the end of this hour. If I have to go on for a little bit longer, or maybe if I'm feeling good, then maybe till 8:15. But usually the goal is to try to reach till 8, at the very least. The dark side is coming for you. What do you mean by the dark side? Hi, Black Fox. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. I'm just kind of just chilling right now. I'm trying to just, be here with you all and say what's up and hi and all that good stuff. So thank you for being here. It's always appreciated. It's always appreciated. I think I'm actually going to do this. I don't really need to do this like this. Wait, hold on. Camera's right there. That works too. Why not? My dent is in the skin, like fully, and it is not permanent. I wear headphones so much that dent might as well be. That's not good. I hope it doesn't cause any actual like damage to you in the future, which I don't think headphones dents do in the first place. So you should have nothing to worry about, really. Do you remember your teachers? So elementary school, I actually remember. I remember like their faces. I remember who they were. Some of them I don't remember their names. I remember one in particular because actually her son worked with me at my grocery store. And it's funny because I've had this chance to transfer him from the store that he was at to the store that I was at within the last day before he was actually fired from the company. So that teacher in particular, her and I have spoken to each other in more recent memory, way past my elementary school days. Middle school, I remember one because my brother and I went to the same middle school, and if anything, this particular teacher was a very big pain in the ass for my brother, but for me, I was more of a good kid, so that didn't really happen. And my high school teacher, I will particularly say it's actually my chemistry teacher. Now, him and I actually had a lot of dinners way after I graduated. Like, it wasn't like every week or so. It was like once a year, in fact. And just having the chance to catch up with him and, you know, see about the matters in the school and everything else in between was actually quite nice. Unfortunately, I have not had the chance to do it in a while because I moved away from where he lives. So maybe if I go back down the hometown someday, I could probably hit him up and just say, hey, and maybe get a dinner with him sometime, you know? But other than that, I don't really remember much of my teachers past that point. There were some teachers I actually hated. There was one that looked like actually looked like Peter Parker. And it's funny because at one of our school pep rallies, he actually dressed up as Spider-Man. And he hit like the Spider-Man pose. And we were all going crazy. He said he would do it only once every 4 years, which obviously is the rotation of high school kids out of that matter. But he didn't stay much longer. He stayed like 2 years after that, and then he took his pretentious ass somewhere else. But I think that should tell you how much I did not really care for this man. Oh, is my streamer bot on? I don't think my streamer. Oh, my streamer bot is on. It does it on its own accord. I guess I don't even have to open the app. That's good to know. Hello, Murdoch, or should I say Light Yagami these days? Nice of you to join us. I appreciate you being here. Y'all can call me later, Kira. Isn't that that's from Death Note, right? I've never watched Death Note personally, but I've heard some good things about it. Funny enough, I will say this, I have seen it many a times on YouTube at this point, where there are some live streams out there where people basically write your name or write the subscriber's name in the Death Note, and it does really well in terms of views. I'm actually rather fascinated how that technology works, but when you really think about it, all they're just doing is just typing the stuff on the keyboard, and it kind of mimics to sort of look like you're actually writing it down. But in other words, it's literally just a typewriter, a very complicated typewriter. But people love it, it's content, and if anything, it's a good way to garner subscribers in a more unique way than just asking to subscribe. So you know what? Hats off to them. I give them mad kudos for what they have figured out to do. Does it actually bounce back though is the thing. Like, I feel like if some people use headphones constantly, and I mean like every single day you're using headphones, does it ever actually recover? Sometimes I worry about that myself personally when it comes to this VR strap that holds my Quest Pro. I feel like at times that the hair eventually is just gonna lay flat forever. And I really don't want that to happen because my hair as a whole usually just stands out. My hair is always usually short, as you all typically see in my videos, but what was I gonna say? Usually it's really puffy. Like the hair stands straight out. It doesn't really go flat to a side or to a front or to a back. It just puffs out. So if you see me with my puffy hair and then you see like basically like straps worth of hair that's either flat front or back, then you would be the only people that would know that reason. Otherwise, it just looks kind of weird, you know? Now, my solution to fix this problem is actually to shave my head. Not shave my head, but cut it down like really far down. I cut down to about ½ inch off my hair. And yes, I do my own hair personally because I don't really do any crazy hairstyles. All I do is just make my hair shorter. Why do I need a hairstylist when I can just buy a razor blade for $20, or excuse me, a hair razor for $20, and it just goes zzz, zzz, zzz. Now, granted, you have to make sure you're very thorough with it, and you have to make sure you don't miss any single part of your head, because that unevenness can stick with you for weeks to come until your hair naturally grows back and you can't tell the difference at all. So I have to use two mirrors more often than not to make sure that I at least cut my hair properly enough to ensure that I actually did a thorough job. And then, of course, making sure that I be mindful of my ears, that I don't just blindly cut it, but at the same time, too, shave it to a point where it becomes some sort of accidental fade. And also, at the same time, too, my beard. I basically cut my beard, like, all in one go. When I cut everything down, like, after a shave, I look like my age, which is 29. But, well, I think these days I honestly look older because of my dark circles under my bags, but that's besides the point. The point is, like, I personally cut my own hair in that regard, and that's all I gotta say about that. I remember my teachers. Black Fox, how old are you, if I may ask? You don't have to say, but out of curiosity. I'm 29, so I've been out of high school since basically over a decade at this point. That's not even including the fact that the other schools that I've been out for even longer. I just look at my shelf and I see a lot of rubber ducks. That's cute. Rubber ducks. I used to have a friend that absolutely loved rubber ducks. And I mean, I say loved as if like they're dead or something. No, they're still alive. They love rubber ducks, and I'm always interested in why they love rubber ducks so much. But I think these days the rubber duck trend has just grown crazy. Like even my company at some point in time decided to sell rubber ducks in their own like their own logo, which is wild. I would never imagine rubber ducks would have such a strong liking to a lot of people. But you know what? To each their own, everybody. Whatever makes you feel better about this world, and you know what? More power to you, honestly. I only remember my high school teachers, very few before that. Yeah, I don't really remember my elementary or middle school that much. Maybe like one or two, maybe more. I can see a couple right now. I can even see their names. Some of them I can't even see their names. Some of them I can't even see their faces. That's just. Then again, chat, I wasn't in elementary school for almost 2 decades at this point, so you gotta cut me some slack. I have hundreds of buka. What is buka? Hundreds of books, you mean? Teachers, their pay is shit. I do agree with that, actually. You have to. So I will say one thing, chat. I, as a VTuber, have to. Whenever I do, let's say, my events and everything like that, I have to make sure that I provide a sense of coordination in what I do. Now, the live streams are also no different. I have to make sure that I provide some sort of coordination and cohesion as to what I do. The thing is, teachers, now me, this is technically not my job, so I can do this and come and go as I so please. Teachers though? Teachers don't have a choice. Teachers legitimately, let me just moves on. Teachers legitimately don't have a choice. Teachers are stuck with doing what they do because that is literally their job. They have to find new ways to engage your brain with curriculums and activities that they may make to help stimulate you. They have to find new interesting things to do every single day just to make sure they keep their class's attention. They have to combat trolls and other people that basically are mainstays, because you can't really tell these kids to leave or whatnot because the education system just doesn't work like that. There's a lot. Teachers deserve so much respect. Teachers deserve so much love and praise. Honestly, if you're a grade school student and you have a favorite teacher, please do me this gracious effort and just thank your teacher. Like tomorrow, if you go back to school, please thank your teacher for me. Like tell them, I don't care if you tell them, hey, some random anime cat girl told me to thank you. Just do it. You might be surprised what that might actually do for that teacher. A lot of them have a lot of years in the business, and some of them feel like they've never worked a single day in their life, but others, sometimes they lose that spark and they just wear out. Some of them need that appreciation to remind them that what they're doing is the right thing. They're trying to be there for you. Am I saying every single teacher's like this? No. A lot of them may be burned out way past the point where they're just not really there anymore. And that's unfortunate. So at the very least, if maybe there's a teacher out there that you know is trying their very best but is stressing so much about it, just take your best effort. Walk into their classroom, walk up to them, and just be like, excuse me, Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so, I very much appreciate what you do for us. Thank you for being here. And just walk out. You will never know the power that will have until way later down the road. Trust me on this, chat. Oh my god, new Filipino boy. Hi, Dio Brand. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. I'm not relatively new per se. I'm like smaller, medium-ish streamer. Is this how I say it at this point? Once you get the K in your YouTube channel, you all of a sudden think you're the biggest big shot in the world. Oh, I don't think that actually. But I appreciate you being here. Hi, Andrew's Basement. I appreciate you being here too. Thanks for stopping by. It's always nice to see you. Bro's going to have a VR den soon. I really, really will, honestly. I'm seriously, like, one day, I'm gonna, actually, maybe when I get out of this may not be long enough, because it's only gonna be like an hour and like 15 minutes, but when I get out of this, I'm going to take a picture of the freaking dent on my head, and I'll show you all on the Discord server. I'm serious. Like, it's just, if you look at it, and you really, really look for it, I'm just like, what the heck happened to my hair? But, you know, that's the price of doing showbiz, am I right? If Roller does get a VR dent, we'll be recognized. That's what I'm saying. You'll be able to know who the anime cat girl is in public. I mean, you should be able to recognize me in public anyways, because I'm not like one of those like VTubers where I do my face reveal like at 1K or 5K. I did my face reveal back at like 3 subscribers. My face is all over my channel already as is. Now, you can be able to identify me at that point just using my videos alone, you know? Hire clippers? He are clippers. Hi, Jelly. I appreciate seeing you. I hope you're doing well. Just use it to my skin. It's not like I've meant to. Yeah, I would imagine if you just continuously use it, there's going to be no chance for it to recover. It's just like anything. Like, if you exercise every single day, you're not giving your muscles the time to recover until eventually something just stays like that. Like, you may just stay to have sore muscles. And in your case, you may just stay to have a headphone dent. There's one person that I can think about, a streamer in particular, I think it's Jinxie if I recall correctly, who has a headphone dent that obviously is never going to recover itself, nor will he probably ever take the time to do so, because Jinxie is a very, very well-renowned streamer, and that's effectively his job. And I think also that headphone is kind of iconic to his character, so taking it away is almost like taking away Jinxie himself. I don't know that for certain. I don't really watch Jinxie, but every time I see his clips and whatnot, I always see him with that, so it's only natural for me to assume so. I'm in my 30s. Okay, Black Fox, then you got me beat. My bad. Roller, Cola, a Pepsi, Coca-Cola, without a question. Now, I've explained this one before, but I'm always happy to re-explain. The reason why Coca-Cola has my money is because, first off, my left-hand controller has gone to space. I don't know where it's going. It's not behaving, but that's okay. I can still do this and still actually talk to you all. Just need to make sure it reaches forward like this. I'm going to actually turn off my left controller real quick so it can continue to behave. But Coca-Cola, the reason why it gets my money is because it has a really strong taste to it. And I actually genuinely like that strong taste. I'm serious. There's like, I feel like with Pepsi, I could drink Pepsi if I have no choice, but Pepsi's way too sweet for my taste. What is going on here? What is going on? Sorry, my Steam VR is doing crazy things as if it's never have done that before, ever in a million years. Anyways, Pepsi's fine, just Pepsi's too sweet for my taste, in my opinion. Coke, strong, very powerful, a very alluring taste to it every single time. I love drinking Coke so much, especially Mexican Coke. Mexican Coke kills, and I love it absolutely. So, Coke, for my money, Coke always gets my buy. And I will say this too. I don't ever reach for Coke Zero. I don't ever reach for Diet Coke. If I want the taste of Coke, I am getting the exact thing I'm getting, which is Coke. Coke Zero and Diet Coke, in my opinion, kind of sort of like they're not the same. It's just like I like 100%. They're just not the same. If I really want to spend my money and I'm going to spend it on sugary soda, it has to be Coke for me. However, if you can only drink Diet Coke or Coke Zero for medical concerns, then you know what? More power to you. I'm glad you're still able to enjoy the drink at least. I've been out of school for a long time. I would imagine such, Black Fox. All I just do is cut mine as well. But I let my facial learn for the time being. Was it difficult learning to cut? Not really. Actually, it was definitely a trial experience matter. Like, for example, I learned that you can't just go zzz, 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 and then just be like, wow, okay, this looks good. No, there's gonna be a lot of imperfections you'll miss. There's a lot of moments where you're gonna like, maybe you need to cut this a little bit more better than the other. Maybe you're not symmetrical on either side. Maybe like you miss a little piece of hair that's at the very top. There's like a little piece of hair right here, like see? But what I'm trying to get about here is that cutting hair by itself is actually not that hard. You just have to know what you're looking for, and you have to be as thorough as possible. And so that's what I try to do personally. Am I perfect about it all the time? I cut my hair like once like every like month and a half. And I feel like more often than not, I just absolutely forget the stuff that I learned the last time I did it. But I get the job done. It's not a very hard job to do. All I have to do is just make sure it's shorter than what it is right now. So yeah, I'd say I do it pretty good. You're gonna start Duck Army? Good luck. Have fun with that. Enjoy your time. Just make sure when the Duck Army comes knocking at my door, make sure they look at me in their favor, not the other way around, please. I'm usually not a fan of soda. There's just something I don't like about carbonation where I'd rather drink it flat. I've been drinking mug. Mug root beer is not bad. Honestly, if I ever want to drink root beer, actually, I don't have any affiliation to root beer whatsoever. When it comes to drinking root beer, I can either drink A&W or mug. They're both about the same to me. I honestly won't even pick a side. Like, root beer is just root beer. I can't really tell a difference between either A&W or mug. Maybe I just don't drink it enough to really be, like, distinguished enough to know that difference. Maybe someday I could probably try to be a little more active about my root beer tastes. POV, the 6'7" zombies you see around the world. 6'7"? Did somebody say 6'7"? Did you say 6'7"? Chat. We got 6'7" up in here. So you know what that means? You know what that means? You know what that means? This is what that means. Hold on. Turn off flying. I'm gonna go this way real quick. Chat, I've returned. And now it's time to do the most important thing I've ever done in this stream. This doesn't even look like this. Does it? No. It looks backwards. I need to... Oh no. I need to get the eraser. Is this an eraser? Erase that away. So, hold on. If I do this, it's 6'7", and it's 7'6", so 6, 6, 7. Okay. It's 7 backwards, and then it's 6 backwards. That's the wrong 6 backwards. That's not 6 backwards at all. That's still not 6 backwards. Why am I so dumb at this? There we go. Technically, I did it. So that'll be on the screen for just a little bit, if anything, because I feel like it. Always show appreciation when you can. I couldn't agree more. Appreciation is one of the most important things that I always want to help establish to every single one of you that you should be doing every single day. There is always one person out there, I promise you, there is always one person out there that can at least receive some sort of appreciation today. Always take the time to appreciate at least one person out there in any given day. And you might be surprised what that positivity will do to the world as a whole, believe it or not. Positivity pays dividends, I'm telling you, just as much as negativity does. We have to make sure we take the time to actually appreciate those around us to ensure that we can have a more positive world together. It takes a village, chat. It takes a village. You're not going to get there by yourself, so we just got to make sure we send the message together. Hi, Templar Defender. I appreciate you being here. Templar Defender, to be exact. I go back to school tomorrow. I had to go to the dentist today. How was the dentist visit? Did you have a good time? I personally don't like visiting the dentist. They destroy my gums. And I know it's a necessary evil. You have to make sure that you keep your teeth clean and whatnot. But man, I feel like they just enjoy it. They have a genuine sense of pleasure to just go in there and just like, and it's like, you can't even clench your teeth because they're working on your teeth. So I'm just death gripping as best as I can on the freaking the chair armrests, and I'm just like, please let this end. Please let the suffering stop. I have tears rolling down my eyes. That's how bad they get into my gums. It makes me cry. And the worst part about it is like usually my response to pain is clenching my teeth. I can't do that when they're working on it. And I know I said that already, but I need to emphasize that point. I legitimately cannot do the thing that helps me tolerate pain. It's like I'm like in a lose-lose situation. I don't know what to do, but I hope the dentist visit was good regardless. Pepsi tastes cheap. I can agree to that. However, I can also agree that some people like the sugary side. I would say this, if we can all agree to this, Pepsi is definitely more sugary tasting than Coke is. Now, they're both basically just sugar. They're both literally just liquid sugar. So it's not like I'm saying anything particularly extra or cool, but I think that Coke in particular has a stronger zing and kick to it, whilst Pepsi is more focused on just like being sweeter and more like, I think, like a comfortable drink, if that makes sense. They both have their pros and cons. Don't get me wrong. If you like Pepsi, then enjoy Pepsi. If you like Coke, enjoy Coke. But for my money, again, it's always Coke. My skin will have time to bounce back over breaks and vacation. That's good. And I love my music too, personally, Ali. That's why I consider myself rather music sensitive. That is also sometimes why I'm rather picky in what I listen to. I feel like music flows through me really, really well. And in fact, I have some songs out there where if I really want a strong boost of like adrenaline, I will listen. There's like 2 or 3 songs that I can listen to, and the moment they get like to their crescendos, then I just have adrenaline flowing through me. I use them for a lot of things. In fact, I use them for today because today I went for a run, and I haven't been for a run in a while, and I really need to do it more often so I can help build more of my energy. But for the most part, I was listening to some really high intense music that I know gets my adrenaline going, and it actually helped me finish the rest of my run in like a matter of like sprinting actually. So I love my music. I'm very music sensitive. I have to like think about like what song would be right for me at a given moment in time in order for me to make sure that I can like actually function sometimes, believe it or not. Like for example, in the early morning, I still have to think about what song I want to listen to tomorrow. Depends on my sleep, on my energy level when I wake up. But considering that I'm starting this 8-day dread that's going to happen towards me, I need to make sure I pick the right song to ensure that the rest of my workday is actually going to be more positive and hopeful than just dreary and down. I'm serious. My song choice is going to matter a lot in how I will conduct myself tomorrow. So I need to make sure I pick the right song for the right moment at the right time. I'm pretty sure I'll make the right choice. But that's cool, Ollie. I'm happy to hear that. I was about to say VR dent reveal. I would probably, if anything, do it in the Discord server. So I go back to school tomorrow and go to the dentist today. I see. I got you. I'm falling backwards a little bit, but it's okay. I'm still reading. Don't respect the teachers. I just know I've seen YouTube videos in the classroom, which I feel bad. You're right. Like I feel genuinely, wholeheartedly bad for teachers out there. I hope everybody that's here. I genuinely hope that you treat your teachers with more kindness than we ever see in these YouTube videos. I'm not saying it's always been perfect, like perfect always ever, but just give it a little bit of kindness if you can. If you see a teacher being clowned on or bullied on and they maybe don't have and it's funny, me as a VTuber, like when kids try to throw reactions at you, I'm very curious as to how like teachers are able to handle it. Like me personally as a VTuber, I have to kind of react to these a very similar way a teacher might have to react to them too. Now, some of these teachers may not know how to actually handle these situations and have their insecurities flow through them, which causes like a stronger discourse between the students and that particular teacher. Of course, I would imagine good teachers know how to handle these situations and also know when to there should be like a situation where like basically tell them to stop. In other words, I think a good teacher should know how to lean into situations brought to them by students. Now, leaning in is a very important skill to have because it gives you the ability to see something come right in front of your face and decide to yourself, you know what, I'm going to use this to my advantage. Leaning in allows you the opportunity to not let people get under your skin and instead utilize what they're trying to throw to you as your own gain. I know I basically said the same thing twice, but I can't help but emphasize it. Leaning in is basically a way to counteract rage baiters or to counteract trolls or to counteract anybody really, because they want to get a specific, very, very specific reaction out of you. if they don't get that exact reaction, the bad ones, like the bad rage baiters and bad trolls, they don't really know what to do. The good ones will continue to try to basically double down and see what they can do, but you just continuously lean into it so you don't give them any ammunition to use it against you whatsoever. This kind of stuff is very important, chat, because rage baiters and trolls are trying to manipulate you to be something less than you actually are. Don't ever let them do that to you. And I really hope, in the case of teachers as well, I really hope they don't let their students do that to them as well. I didn't realize how less students had manners, and then I realized until I started doing random acts of kindness. Some people don't say thank you. You'd be surprised. Even in like, you know, like work and whatnot, there's not a lot of people who say thank you. I'm gonna get screwed up. I knew it. Hold on. So the reason why I got screwed up is because where am I looking at right now? Let me do this real quick before that goes out. The reason why I got screwed up is because my right controller is messing up. Do you see how this Do you see how VR just betrays me sometimes? It doesn't want my hands to work properly. That's why my right hand is all the way off into the ether. But regardless, I can still read chat technically while that's going off. But yes, you might be surprised how many people just don't say thank you in this world, and how far a thank you really can go in many, many, many different situations. Trust me on that one. Is my hand back? My hand is back. Alright, Jelly, bye. Enjoy feeding your cat. Roller, Mountain Dew got my money. Mountain Dew's good. I will give you credit. Mountain Dew is actually pretty good. Is my hand correct? My hand's still not correct. I think it's correct enough, actually. Yeah, it is. Mountain Dew is actually pretty dang good. In fact, I really like the Baja Blast. But honestly, for number one, regular Mountain Dew Code Red is actually my number one favorite. Number two is actually regular Mountain Dew. I think Mountain Dew is really good. It's just way too much caffeine and way too much sugar. I think it's actually more than Coke in my opinion, if I recall correctly. I need to do my research on that one. I don't totally know for certain. Are oranges called oranges? Oranges. Oranges are called oranges because they're orange. I think that's the simple answer to that question. 625. 625. I appreciate that, Templar Defender. Thank you for telling me that. It's very nice of you to say that. Philia knockoff? Hi, Astronomer. Nice of you to join us. I mean, you could say that, but even Phillian themselves said at one point that the avatar base that I'm using right now, Rindo as it's called, is a public avatar. So you could say it's a knockoff, and that's all well and good, but regardless, I'm still going to do my own thing. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Roller 1 2 3 2 5 6 9 7 7 6 6 8 6 7. Did you say 6 7 again? Do I need to draw another 6 7? No, I'm not. You only get 167 per stream. That is all you get. I have no fear because I am here. Hi, Emmett. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Roller is 1000000000000. That's a lot of zeros. Better than Phillian. Okay. I appreciate that, Ollie, but I will say this. I don't actually want to consider myself better than anybody. First off, Phillian has more views than me, and Phillian knows a lot more than I do in terms of actual VTubing experience. So, objectively speaking, yes, Phillian is better than me, but I'm still very happy with the community and the opportunity that I have right now. Even the fact that I have people who come in here and effectively throw a very loose insult like Phillian knockoff, I'm very happy to have those opportunities too, because those happen in bigger boy chats as well. And truthfully, I'm grateful that I have this chance to be able to experience the VTuber side and just also try to pace myself more so I can be more calm and relaxed and just have a nice, more chill chat. A moment where we can be here for each other and just vibe, you know? So, I'm chilling right now. I really am. And, you know, I'm looking out the window right now. Y'all can see it, but look at the window right now at the ocean and the trees and just the nice, lovely room that I'm in. And honestly, I'm just having a great time. I'm having a great night, and I'm happy that you're all here. So if they feel the need that they have to say that for whatever reason, then let them. That's the beauty of the internet. They can decide to say whatever they want to say. I just thought of something. If Satan is number 6 and God is number 7, so there's whoa! You know what? QZX, you got a pretty good point. It's like 6 hit 7, they're duking it out. You know what? When you really put it that way, It kind of really makes you put perspective on the whole 6-7 meme as a whole, doesn't it? Hold on, let me reset this. There we go. That's better. It really makes you put perspective on the 6-7 meme as a whole, doesn't it? It's kind of interesting when you really think about it, but we won't try to think about it too much, really. I feel like number 7 should be the Satan because 7, 8, 9. Oh yeah, that's like that joke. I was thinking about that joke the other day, actually. Why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. Dumb jokes. Hi, Splits. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. It's always nice to see you. I always appreciate when you guys say hi to each other, too. That's always... It genuinely warms my heart that you all are very welcoming and accommodating to each other. So, thank you. It means a lot. 666. Emmett has the point there. The number, well, 6 in the baseline is still utilized for a lot of like devil related things, so 6 by itself is still pretty good. It's just coincidental that 6 3 times is the number of the devil. These streams are amazing to listen to while doing projects, something like that. Who agrees? I agree. I agree. Me. So, Andrew, I explained it yesterday, but sometimes I actually listen to my own live streams, which sounds weird, but I'm trying to do it more often. Because I want to make sure that I can do a proper live stream for you all, you know, evaluate myself, try to find ways to be better about it. I feel like this live stream in particular, like I see right now 30 minutes have gone by, but it really hasn't felt like 30 minutes. It's honestly been a really nice time, and I'm very proud of myself, really, because I feel like I'm speaking a lot slower, and I'm also speaking a lot more concisely. I'm also catching up with chat really well, which I'm very proud of myself as well, whilst also giving a long yapping spree that I usually am used to doing. Now, granted, I don't have anything right now that I really want to go on a really long tangent for, so for the time being, I'm just going to continue reading chat and putting my thoughts and inputs wherever I can. Nice Fortnite gameplay. Hello, LA Rock. I appreciate you being here. Is it because I put 6-7? Is that why you're saying it's Fortnite gameplay? I mean, if it is, then I guess I'm winning the victory royale. Look at me go. Why is there a rainbow 6-7? Because someone 6-6-7 in the chat, and if I have any opportunity in the world to write 6-7, I usually do it. I say usually because sometimes 6-7 does show up, and I just don't feel like writing 6-7 anyways. But this time I did. So, yeah. B.O.B. Rain, thank you. Aw, that's so sweet of you, Ollie. I hope you do. I genuinely, legitimately hope you do. More teachers genuinely need that sense of positivity and appreciation. So if you do it, good on you. I'm very proud of you, Ollie. Thank you. UK Mountain Dew tastes so bad. Really? I would say American Mountain Dew tastes pretty good, really. Except when you get it from KFC. I don't know why. I don't know why. Genuinely, wholeheartedly, seriously, why Mountain Dew KFC tastes like ass. Like, I'm serious. The last time I went to KFC and I wanted to get Mountain Dew from there, it seriously tastes like chemicals. And I'm like, why? Why does it taste like this? My precious Mountain Dew. My precious Mountain Dew. How unfortunate. Can I get an F's in the chats for Mountain Dew? KFC Mountain Dew. It's definitely not up there in what regular Mountain Dew should be. In fact, maybe the UK Mountain Dew found its way into all KFCs, hence why they taste like garbage. So yeah, F's in the chats for KFC, please. I mean, for Mountain Dew, KFC Mountain Dew. Roller, are you a 6-7 man? No, I mean, not really. I say it as a really dumb joke. Am I? Ugh, of course, it's doing this again. Of course, chat. So, chat, right now, my body is currently being imploded into a million pieces, and you can probably see me moving as well. The reason why this is happening is because, for some reason, my headset decides it's really funny to disconnect from my router, my actual router that's utilized for, to provide you all the lovely viewing pleasure. So here's what I'm going to do. First off, I'm going to put this up. That's up. Second off, I'm still reading chat. So, let me put that up. I'm just gotta wait for this to reset. Anyways, I can't really multitask a roller stream. I'm sorry, Blitzian. If anything, just listen. If you have to listen and just do your own things and do your own thing, you know what I mean? Do your own thing, Chicken Wang. Spy from TF2? Spy from TF2 is indeed French. That is true. I hate 6.7. I don't, you know, it's a dumb joke that's going to last for a good while. I don't know why, but it is. Roller, you're good. I don't think you are better. Well, I do appreciate that. I kind of forgot the context we were talking about it too, but I'll take your word for it. What is KFC doing to the Mountain Dew? I don't. Oh, I got thrown far forward. I'm sorry. Let me back up. So do I. But one day it'll die. One day it will indeed die. Hi Hikari, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Alright chat, my thing came back. So now I'm going to come back in. 6 is afraid of 7 because 6 is 8. 3 squared meals a day. Oh my god, it's so silly. Split. Didn't know the joke had a sequel. Yeah, honestly, I didn't know the joke had a sequel either. The next person says 6, I will go to your house and do a lot of what? Do a lot of what? Alright, I'm back, chat. I'm gonna do this real quick. Alright, we're good. Now I'm just gonna actually go back to my bed. Because I was on my bed. Until, like, the system decided it didn't want to do what it was supposed to do. Ooh. Okay. Leg. 6, 7. Make sure 6, 7's in there. That's very important. Alright, I'm back. I'm back, chat. I'm back. Hello. It happens. Like, and it pauses. It interrupts things for like 3 minutes. But I'm pretty sure you all can still hear me. To clarify, if you can help me out, can you please put a check mark emoji to ensure that I was still heard even after the whole thing that happened, please. The next person says 6, 7, I'll go to your house and do a lot of non what? A lot of non what, Emmett? Don't do anything bad or stupid. It's just a silly joke. F. US on ass. I don't know what KFC's doing to the Mountain Dew Blitzian, but whatever they're doing, they need to stop it. They need to stop it. Hashtag bring back KFC Mountain Dew. My hands have just. It's been a handsy night tonight, hasn't it? My hands is dead while playing VR for the first time in a long time. I don't know what it is with the Quest Pro in particular, or with like my Quest Pro, but it just decides out of nowhere, whenever it wants, very randomly, it decides I am going to disconnect you from your router. Now, if I think about it, it actually might be my router itself, because the Quest Pro headset can connect to another Wi-Fi network, but that particular Wi-Fi hotspot that I join is gone for a solid like 3 minutes. So maybe, just maybe, it actually might be the Wi-Fi router itself. I still need to do more troubleshooting and testing to figure that out, but if it's the Wi-Fi router itself, honestly, I would be a little more happy about that than if it was the Quest Pro itself, because ooh, hi Chad. I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix my hands. Like, my hands literally today have decided to be the most mischievous things I've ever had to deal with today. Like, what the heck is wrong with y'all? Stupid hands. You gonna come back? Chad, I think I have to actually turn off my left hand again. I'm serious. I have, like, I don't know what's going on with these controllers. They are acting absolutely buck wild. But that's not good either, because now I can't really read chat. So what's up? Hi, Chad. Chat, I can't open my window unless I have my left hand on, which my left hand's not on right now. So I kind of have to sit here and just say hi, chat. How you doing for a second? Oh, my hand's coming back. Are you gonna return and behave now? There you go. You're back. You return and behave. Chat, if anybody ever talks about Quest Pro controller issues, you are literally living witnesses of me undergoing stupid Quest Pro controller issues. Gosh, man, I swear. Good night, Emmett. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Spin roller. Hi, Mr. Cat. I appreciate you being here too. Thanks for stopping by. I don't really like Fillion, so I appreciate that, Ollie. That's very nice of you. I would say Fillion is very chaotic and unhinged. And I have my chaotic and unhinged moments, but they're not like that. Fillion is a completely different level. And you know what? Hats off to Fillion, because they rock it so well. It's just second nature to them. And I'm honestly genuinely like impressed. I'm impressed with how much of a character that they themselves are as a person. Because the stupid little witty things that they do that are all cutesy but clueless and careless, they do it like easily, effortlessly. I want to be able to be like that someday. Just do cute, careless things like nobody's business. it's hard because, but my problem here is that I have another side of me that's also like, you can't really do that because you yourself won't let you do so. It's like a sheer distinction between me being like kooky, silly, unhinged, and fun versus, you know, more serious, more inspirational, more down to earth, more grounded. I have two sides within me that won't let me ever take one side or the other. And the only ultimate solution in all of this is just come and make it one, which is me. That's me, Roller. Hi. Roller goes around 6'7". I truly have to go. Goodbye. Bye, Iblis. I appreciate you being here. It's always nice to see you whenever I can. I'm on my phone so I can multitask. That's good, Fire and Sunny. I'm happy. What are you doing, by the way, if I were to ask you? I'm very curious what you might be up to right now. Bro, not 6'7". I'm so sick of it. Fine, chat. You all seem so upset with 6'7". There, it's gone. It's gone. Gone. Boom. Reduced to ashes. Don't ever worry about it ever again. At least not until the next live stream. I'll see if I want to continue the joke. If you guys are getting tired of it, then I'll just stop. It's not really anything impactful to me. It's just funny to capitalize on, really. All right, later, y'all. I'm going to sleep, and I'll find a correct time to yap about lore in Discord later. Bye, Splits. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, I'm just wondering, what makes you dislike? All right, very good. Thank you for affirming that you can hear me. Fillion is loud, obtrusive, annoying, and loves to flash us. Now, the loves to flash us part, I don't exactly know anything about that because I don't really watch Fillion like that. But the loud, annoying, and obtrusive is kind of right. But I mean, if I were to be daring just for a moment, aren't I loud and annoying too? I mean, I'm loud at the very least, am I right? Bro, I can't wait till the great meme reset. What is the great meme reset? Are you saying that? Bro, I fixed my left hand. Okay, my right hand came back. I was getting upset. What is a great meme reset? Is that like everybody just comes to unanimous agreement that we're all just gonna make a fresh new batch of memes and just completely throw away the old ones that we've been making for over 2 decades? I don't think that's how that works, honestly. But, you know, curiosity kills a cat in this regard, I guess. That's why I like her. I mean, to be fair, to each their own. You can like Fillion for her unhinged craziness. That's all well and good. Everybody has their own opinion as to why they may view VTubers a certain way. You're gonna have your lovers and you're gonna have your haters. This is just the entertainment scene as a whole. People are gonna root for you. Oh my gosh, I'm back. People are gonna root for you. Sometimes people are gonna root for you. Sometimes people are going to wish for your downfall. You can't really let, honestly, either of them get to you. Well, obviously, adore the fans that come towards you. But the haters that you may have, then you just don't really acknowledge them. Because otherwise, if you take the time to acknowledge them, then, or at least acknowledge them for a long period of time, then eventually you're putting yourself in a situation where you're letting them win, believe it or not. If you let them get under your skin, you are basically telling them, you win. Like, you don't have to say it. You're literally saying it just by reacting. The only thing you can do when it comes to haters, especially when you're as big as Fillion, just don't acknowledge it. Of course, everybody can critique it and have their own opinion about it, and that's the beauty of YouTube as a whole. You can decide to watch whoever you want to watch, and who you want to give your attention to whoever you want to. I'm very flattered there's a lot of you that want to give your attention to me on this random Monday night, when there's countless, and I mean countless of other streamers out there that you can spend your time and attention with too. So I always like to think about that, really. The fact that maybe you're in other streams too, and that's all well and good. The fact that you're here watching my stream and taking the time to actually be here to give me your attention for my stream does actually mean a lot. Thank you. If you're watching this and maybe you're not really chatting a lot, or even if you're chatting a whole ton, thank you for being here. It's always grateful to have a chance that I can decide I'm going to live stream in a couple hours, and I just have a lovely group of people who join up and just have a good time with me. I'm forever grateful to have this chance with you all. I truly am. Kind of real thing. Yeah, if anything, it's to each their own. If you don't like Fillion, then Ollie has a right to not like Fillion. A lot of people on the internet probably won't do the great moves. It's actually a thing? Are you serious? No way. Bad controller. Yeah, bad controller. Bad. I need to like put these both on timeout, I swear. Actually, if I put them both on timeout, they actually might work even worse. And I really don't want that to happen, honestly. Metalink app is streaming like a newbie. It's making me log in. I can't tell you all the countless times I have had to deal and go through meta stuff like constantly. From the time I get up my Quest 2 to my internet bestie, from the time that I got the Quest Pro and my left-hand controller wasn't working, to the time even with my Quest 3 and I had a hard reset the whole headset because it just decided it wanted to brick itself. It's the VR life has been really nice and I very, very much enjoy it. It gives me a chance to go anywhere I want, basically whenever I want. And in fact, it enables me this opportunity to be here with you all in this lovely bedroom, just yapping away as an anime cat girl to you all, my lovely audience. VR has opened up so much possibilities. Unfortunately, the hardware that it lives on sometimes just annoys the living hell out of me. When it comes to matters of streaming, when it comes to matters of equipment, when it comes to matters of recording, when it comes to matters of everything in between, it's so much sometimes. And sometimes that's why like I really want to work towards being like, you know, like doing PNG tuber stuff at some point. Because all this stuff, chat, to put it simply, there is currently 12 pieces of equipment currently working hard to show you all this right now. There are currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 programs running right now to make sure my live stream can be presented to you, my lovely chat and community. There is so many moving parts with all of this stuff, hence why sometimes I'm just like, man, I'd rather just do a PNG tuber stream. In fact, the more that I mention it, the closer to one day I will be doing it because I just want to play games. Like I do want to play Silksong. I want to show off my non-existent Silksong skills. I want to play Marvel Rivals sometimes. I want to play Helldivers sometimes. I want to play different games. I actually have a pretty unique set of skills in terms of video games, believe it or not. I'm actually pretty okay at video games. Not the best, but I'm definitely not the worst. So, but however, I still do all of this because I love doing this. I love being able to sit here and just yap to you all and just have this chance to just sit here and relax. I'm pretty cozy right now. I know I'm kind of raising my voice and getting a little hyped up and crazy about it, but this is just all in good fun. We're just having good conversation, and I'm very grateful that I had the chance to have it here with you all. So, thank you. Again, I've said thank you like 7 times. I'm gonna say, wait, did I say it 6? Or did I say it 7 times? 6, 7? Anyways, Ooga Booga? Hi, everything, Minty. I appreciate you being here. Ooga Booga! Roller Wi-Fi, not a physical connection. Wi-Fi connection cuts out. No, I know, I get that. What I'm trying to say is like my router legitimately just like that Wi-Fi connection just doesn't exist anymore for like a solid 3 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's my router. I swear. I just haven't done any testing to figure out if it is or is not. Making a Christmas wish before my Oh, that's so nice. You know what? And you're right about that actually. We are now in November. Isn't that crazy, chat? November. I've been doing this stuff since like, well, I've officially been live streaming since like June, but now we're in November. It's been 5 months. Actually, it's been almost 10 months since I started like YouTube in general, like this YouTube in general. And that's kind of wild. Almost 10 months. Almost. It's going to be 9 months soon. Which is crazy to me, because now I'm sitting here 9 months later, I'm on my bed just chatting to you all, saying hi and saying what's up, and now we're in the holiday season. Now we're in the time of Thanksgiving. Now we're in the time of Christmas, and I know, going back to Thanksgiving, and I know people outside of US don't celebrate Thanksgiving because, you know, it's a US thing, but the holiday season as a whole really brings a lot of people to a higher, more uplifted mood. Because it's that moment to just laugh and smile and share festivities. You know, nice cold weather, drinking your hot chocolate, and having a chance to just be able to feel a sense of hope and peace. So, Fire and Sunny, it's very nice that you're able to make your own Christmas list. And I hope, if anything, whatever you write on your Christmas list, you get all of that and then some. So, Very nice. That's very nice to hear, actually. Roller, I've turned my computer to max volume to hear you comfortably, and you're far from annoying. Well, I appreciate that, Ollie. Thank you. One of my teachers responded saying, "Aw, that's so cute. That's awesome." See? Chat, that's the living proof right there. That's the living real proof. That's the living legitimate proof right there. The appreciation you give out to people around you speaks volumes. It really does. Don't ever dismiss what your words can do for other people. I'm trying to make sure I get the right camera angle. Don't ever dismiss what your words can do for other people. I'm serious. There is always a chance to make someone... I'll do like this. That makes more sense. There is always a chance to make someone out there smile. And you have every single power to do so. Please, please, please take the time, if not today, at least tomorrow, take the time out of your day to make someone feel special by showing them you appreciate them. Please. For me? Alright. No, we go back to posting old ones and no new ones. Why you're bringing Lily? No, we go back to only posting old ones, no new ones. Oh, okay, interesting. So you're just basically resetting back to start? That's kind of weird. Hi, Blue Hen. I appreciate you being here. I'm gonna be getting off soon, so I will probably stay on for a little bit longer to give you a chance to, you know, say hi and what's up and intermingle, but I will be getting off soon, alright? There's like 3 typos in that sentence. It's okay, Mr. Cat. Sometimes it happens. Just, don't beat yourself up about it. New persona sometime. Bee persona. That'd be quite interesting. A bee persona sounds pretty cool. You're a big roller fan. I appreciate that, Blood Fox. I appreciate you being here whenever I have the chance to see you. It's always nice to see you. I love being myself. And that's always good, Blue Hand. Being yourself is one of the most important things you can ever establish as a person. I say this countless times. You have to be able to be yourself. And you have to be able to be around people that accept you for who you are. That is one of the more important things I must say. Because a lot of people out there feel like they can't be themselves because their friends may not accept them or this, that, and the other. The truth of the matter is, everybody, if you feel like your friends cannot accept you, they are not your friends in the first place. Get better friends. Get new friends. Just get friends, period. Get ones that actually want to take the time to be there with you. The ones that'll sit at the lunch table with you and actually spend a good time with you. The ones that actually ask you to want to play games with them and are actually happy when you take the time to do so. The ones that genuinely enjoy your company. The ones that take the time to get to know you for who you are. They exist, chat. They're out there. They are real people and they are actively walking amongst you day in and day out. Please find them. They will make your day, no, they will make your life all the more easier. I promise you. Meta owns Roller, end of story. I mean, at this point, Meta may as well own me. Hi, Solobot. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. 6-7. I'm done with the 6-7. That's a lot of stuff you need to record. It's a lot of equipment, that's for sure. But you know what? I do it all for you all. And honestly, at this point, it's so second nature. Would you believe me, chat? It actually... I can go from nothing set up to being in live stream mode in 10 minutes. I know that sounds like a long time, but you have to remember the things that I have to do. First, I have to put on 8 trackers all across my body, between my ankles, my thighs, my waist, my chest, and my elbows. On top of that too, I had to turn on my Quest Pro headset and get my controllers to behave, right? Right? Is that right, left and right controller? Are you behaving now? Good left and right controller. I'm sorry. It's just, you go a little stir crazy with your controllers sometimes, I swear. But then, you have to get into the streaming software, make sure the streaming software works, make sure that it opens up 2 other programs so that face tracking can work, and so I can do this, because this is actually very important in a lot of VR chat worlds. And then I have to start VR chat, and then when I get in the VR chat, I have to I have to calibrate my full body tracking, which takes 3 calibrations in total to ensure that my body looks decently enough. Then I have to make sure that I turn on my stream camera, and then I have to turn on my recording software, which is OBS, to make sure that I can get it ready and set up for live streaming. And then I have to go to manage my broadcast, because I always make a broadcast beforehand to ensure that I have slow mode set up. I can't set up slow mode right from the get-go. I have to actually schedule a live stream so I can have slow mo set up for me. And then I pick that live stream I make, and then I start streaming. And here I am. I can do that all in 10 minutes, believe it or not. I've gotten better and I've gotten faster about it. And why do I use slow mode, if you may ask? Excuse me. I don't use mods. So me personally, I control just about everything that I do, and with the help of my lovely chat, I'm able to make it so people can stay respectful and stay calm to each other. But if I don't turn on slow mode, there's a chance where someone can just decide to spam and have a lot of messages go through, where I would have to catch up so much on chat, and I may miss some messages that I actually need to read versus just some random filler content that's random filler garbage that someone's just typing out because they can, because there's no slow mode. However, I think 15 seconds is the good compromise. 15 seconds is not too bad in the grand scheme of things, to where I can just be like, oh, okay, well, it's not so long where people are disinterested in chatting or think they have to be very careful in what they have to say, but it's also short enough. It's also long enough for me to actually take the time to have talks like this, so you all can I can catch up in a decent manner. Helldivers mentioned? Yes, I want to play Helldivers so bad on live stream. I don't really hear much on the VR side of Element. What other games you play in VR? I've played as a whole, I've played Contractors, I've played Onward, I've played Boneworks, which is one of my favorite VR games of all time. It's really one of those games that really have captivated me on what VR can be. And then I also played Bone Lab. But one of the first VR games I ever played was Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades, or H3 VR as it's called. That game, the way that game works is it's basically just a shooting range simulator. That's all it is. But that game, when I first played it, when I first got my Oculus Rift, my first VR headset was actually an Oculus Rift. And I enjoyed my Oculus Rift. It was actually really good for what it was worth. And so I wanted to play Hot Dog, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades. I had a capable enough PC to play VR. So I bought the VR headset, downloaded Hot Dog, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades, and I played for a solid 4 hours. I literally played all the way until nightfall. And when I took the headset off, I was completely dazed in the real world. I was so surprised when it happened to me, but you know what? That's what told me that VR really, really is worth it. And, well, 7 years later, here I am, still in VR, and better than ever, because now these days, I'm using it as VTubing career. I'm using it as a chance to become a VTuber as well. So, VR has really changed my life in a lot of ways. And if anything, it's just going to get better and better from here. You're playing Helldivers 2 right now? Nice. Actually, I was playing Helldivers 2 earlier today when I went to O'Shane is what it's called. Whatever the current major order is, to liberate O'Shane. And it's funny because every single time I would go in those missions, they're actively looking for the Hive Lord, and whenever they summon the Hive Lord, I would actually help them in killing it. In fact, chat, in 2 separate missions, I actually killed 2 separate Hive Lords with the help of my team. And I thought I would never honestly, I'm not a bug diver, I'm a bot diver, but I want to help wherever I can. And honestly, this planet is actually really intense, and I like it a lot, including the Hive Lord. It's so cinematic, so cool. They did a very, very good job, selling the scene of how intense this planet is, and I love it, really. I strive for that sense of intensity when it comes to video games. So I'm doing my part. I did my part as a fellow Helldiver. I made sure I helped get some liberation points for O'Shane, so I can say I, at the very least, had a hand in the liberation of it when it happens. I hope it happens. By the time I checked last time, there was 15 hours left, but it was also 85% progress completion. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get it. Here it be. I'ma be. Please stop 6-7. I'm really pissed off, and I really want a reprieve. Fine, we'll stop the 6-7. But at the very least, though, what that means is just it's gonna stop this. It's literally just gonna stop that. Did I do that right the first time? No, I didn't. I did not do that right the first time. All this is gonna stop is me actually writing it down. I'm still gonna say it. I'm just gonna be like 6-7. Just call it a day. I'm going to Santa's workshop. Very nice, Blue Hand. I hope you enjoy yourself there. I would imagine like you're talking about some sort of like mall event or whatever. Valerie. I'm just gonna say Valerie. Hi, Valerie. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. I'm very grateful that you're here, and I hope you enjoy your stay. The 6-7 doesn't make you cranky, but I can't. If Roller wants to keep going, let him have it. I like the 6. Like, listen, chat. You have to understand. I am a 29-year-old male, and I have to find some way to resonate between you all. Yeah, 6-7 is a little annoying. Don't get me wrong, but this kind of stuff and keeping tabs on it is what helps me kind of like resonate with you all. Otherwise, I really don't have a choice or a chance to even resonate in the first place. So you got to give me something. I won't like crazy delve on it to like scribble or whatever, but I'm still gonna acknowledge it at the very least. You can't say, and besides, let's be real here. You're seriously telling me a meme is pissing you off that much? Isn't there other priorities you might want to consider besides that? Just saying. Roller's mom and dad. Now, real quick, why is Evil Royal Hog so OP? I don't play Clash Royale, so I have no idea what you're talking about. But for some reason, I know, based off what you said, I know that's exactly Clash Royale. I don't know why, I just do. Valerie, you took the last dumpling? How dare you? My friend's trying to bite me? Well, it's because you looked to take the last dumpling. Don't take the last dumpling. Maybe next time you should actually ask them and be polite about it. But you know what? Now they want to bite you. You deserve everything you get and more. No, I'm just kidding. No, not actually. But you might want to get like a wear like chainmail armor. Just get some chainmail armor, put it on you, so when they try to bite in, instead they're biting into chainmail armor. Why is my left? Are we good? We good? My full body tracking's falling apart. What is your favorite games to play? Hi Gubby, I appreciate you being here. My favorite games is Helldivers 2, Marvel Rivals, Battlefield 6, and of course VR Chat. So I hope that answers your question. In particular, Battlefield 6 as well. I've been playing a lot of Battlefield 6, and it's really because of Helldivers as to why I could be a lot better at Battlefield 6 these days than if I never played Helldivers in the first place. Helldivers requires a lot of quick decision making and a lot of really good positioning and strategy, and that's why I like using it to my advantage when it comes to Battlefield 6, because I always like to think about my next move and strategize accordingly so I can achieve the best possible victory. So those are my answers. That's my answer to that question. Probably Splatoon. What about yours? Splatoon, I've heard good things about Splatoon. I know some people who actually really enjoy Splatoon, but personally, it's not really my cup of tea. Hi Neo Day, I appreciate you seeing you here. Thanks for stopping by. I'm actually gonna be ending chat. I'm actually ending stream really soon. I have to go get something from somewhere else, and then I have to play Marvel Rivals with my friend. But I appreciate seeing you here. Chat is so behind on schedule. What do you mean chat is so behind on schedule? What's my favorite TV movie shows? My favorite TV show definitely has to be Ed, Edd n Eddy. My favorite cartoon for sure of all time, because I love the childlike whimsical aspect that Ed, Edd n Eddy incorporated. When you really think about it, chat, if you look, when you get older and you look back at Ed, Edd n Eddy, it was just a bunch of kids being a bunch of kids. Now, of course, the three people that we followed in particular, the Ed brothers, were rather they were kind of like scam artists, or at least Eddie was, but like they were kind of just living their own ways. They were just a bunch of other kids in the same neighborhood as them, as a bunch of other kooky, crazy, unique, outstanding kids. It was nice to watch, actually, and really I kind of want to watch it again just to have that sense of nostalgia, that sense of way of how like we viewed the world back then. Now, there were no adults. Like, they did that on purpose. It would only be just the kids, and you know what, it was a very great show. And as for movie, my favorite movie for sure has to probably be Avengers Endgame, because it really sold like the whole MCU, like that before that next phase happened over. That whole MCU, it really like put a bow on it and really finalized that saga for me. After that, I never really watched an MCU movie ever again, except for like Across the Spider-Verse, but that's really it. I haven't watched like Loki or Thor Love and Thunder or any of them really. I haven't watched a single one. In fact, I think actually, did I watch one recently? I think I did, if I recall correctly. But whatever the case, like, I've never watched anything post Endgame personally. B will take over. I fell so far hard. I felt like I was catching up on chat. Now I'm behind on chat. All right, I got to super read chat though, because I seriously got to get off. V will take over. That's good, Blue Hand. I only play Minecraft and Pokemon. Hi, Hino. I appreciate seeing you. Thanks for stopping by. B. Everybody will come B. Bye, Andrew. I appreciate you being here. Take care. Freerun is really good. I really enjoy Freerun. I think we talked about this before, actually. But it's a very good show. That's for sure. Hi, Eden M. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. I'm doing really good today. Unfortunately, I have to get off really soon because I need to get ready to do my next thing. Should I go back to making my own video? Yes, Mr. Cat. I'll end the poll for you. Yes, go back to making your video. I'm reading. Boneworks is really good. If you ever have the chance, you should try it sometime. It's a very good game. And Bone Lab too. Blue Hand is right. Bone Lab is also very good as well. Bone Lab actually works on Quest standalone. So if you ever only get a quest, you can get Bone Lab on there for not for free, obviously, but like without a PC. I have a new way of scaring my family. What do you mean by that, Fire Sunny? Wait, is he a man? Yes, I am a man. I'm a man. I'm a man. Job application. Ah! It doesn't work on me, chat. I already have a job. So why would I be scared of a job application? What happened to 6'9"? We don't talk about 6'9". It's all about 6'7" these days, am I right? 96? That's another way of doing it. 69 is a funny number. Who's excited for the meme? What is that? I don't even know what that means. That's a thing? I need to do more research on this, seriously. I'm going to do more research after I get off this stream. What's 9 plus 10? 21? 21? You stupid. Face tracking is wild. Gotta figure out how to set it up. Hi, Angry Yandere. I appreciate you being here. So, if you have face tracking yourself, one thing, especially for VR chat, if I were to give a piece of advice, one thing you have to use is something called VRC face tracking. It is a thing you can download on Steam, and from what I recall correctly, it's free. Now, the most important thing you have to do is you have to open that before you open VR chat, and you have to make sure you download the correct module you need to use depending on your eye and face tracking software. For example, there is a thing that you use for virtual desktop that coincides with Quest Pro technology. So what you're seeing right now is the help of VRC face tracking streaming that data towards VR chat itself, hence why you can see this lovely face tracking. If anything, I do hope that helps, but you definitely need that program before anything else. Well, I think the issue using is to resonate with your audience. It seems like a split between people who use pretty much. Well, at the same time too, like I would imagine maybe this is still something I have to evaluate. I don't totally fully know my audience like that. Do you guys like brain rot stuff? Do you guys just like silly, witty, goofy stuff? I would imagine you guys don't like brain rot stuff too much, because if you did, you'd probably be watching that guy that's like has like a freaking like a toilet over his neck, which is like with a bunch of meat patties, and him just being like it's just, there's so many live streams out there that make me go like, why is this a live stream? What is going on? Why does this exist? And you know what? Kudos to them. They find their success wherever they find it. But I'm like, is this content? Why are people just staring at this? And you know the worst part is, why am I staring at it? I guess it works, I suppose. Uh-oh. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. I am catching up with chat. Welcome back, Solobot. I appreciate you being here. Hi, Alyssa. I appreciate you being here, too. Bye, Blue Hen. I appreciate seeing you. I hope you take care. Have a good day. Little fun fact. When we were younger, we saw... Yeah, I mean, what the heck? My left controller just straight up just decided it didn't want to continue working anymore. It literally crashed out. Chad, this is a sign. I actually do need to get off because my technologies does not want to work anymore. I'm making a movie on a game. I made a trailer of it. My butt's gonna get worked off in December. Have fun with that, Solobot. I hope you have a good time with it. Colors fade when you get older. Yes and no. I mean, literally yes, but like. In the subjective sense, colors don't fade as long as you don't let them fade, in my opinion. Chimkin is yummy. I love chimkin. I wish I could have some chimkin right now, really. I'm screaming solo. I want to play Bone Labs. Bone Labs is pretty good. It's a pretty good game, but you're right. I think it's like $30 if I recall correctly. What's the difference between Boneworks and Bone Labs? So Bone Labs is the direct sequel to Boneworks. And thank you for coming back. Bone Lab is a direct sequel to Boneworks, and the way they changed Bone Lab is they allow modding, whether on the PC side or just on the Quest standalone side. So yes, you can actually add mods into Bone Lab directly into your Quest 3 or 2. And, you know, when I first got it, it wasn't very robust, but I guarantee you these days, they probably have a very intricate and complicated network where you can add mods very, very easily and very, very seamlessly right from your Meta web browser. Most likely, if you do some research, you'll probably find it. But Bone Lab allows you to kind of be whatever you want. In fact, it's kind of like VR chat in that regard. You can be whatever avatar you want, provided you get the mods so you can add it on. So there's that. There is that you can utilize in Bone Lab as well. Boneworks is the original OG game and was a very ambitious project to try to make VR as immersive as possible. So chat, back once upon a time, in earlier VR games, like having like actual cohesion to your body just did not exist. Like this, all of this, you couldn't really see this in earlier VR games. You were just a pair of hands, and that was it. You had your 3D rendered body, of course, but you didn't see your body. All you saw was your hands. Bone Lab tried to change that by making it so your body actually has cohesion. Like, you can see your whole body. And, you know, there's physics and there's fluid and all this kind of stuff. That's what made Boneworks such a smash hit, because it was what Half-Life Alyx is now before Half-Life Alyx actually came out. And now Bone Lab basically optimize itself to where it allows itself on Quest standalone and also allows mods, so you can have different avatars, different levels, different weapons, all this kind of stuff. It has become a really massive playground to do whatever you want to do in the VR world. So I need to go back to playing Bone Lab someday. In fact, someday I might even do a Bone Lab stream. You never know, because there's so many mods these days that I can make something interesting out of it, you know? Bro, I was walking to my brother's room and he was gooning to you. I'm sorry. Well, that's quite interesting. With that information, I hope your brother enjoys, I suppose. You kids are a little crazy sometimes, I swear. I'm doing pretty good myself, but I have to get off actually, I gotta get off like sooner rather than later now. You missed the old Goofy meme? I don't know what that meme is, honestly. Who misses the MLG stuff? The air horn stuff? Man, those were good times. Good times. Yeah, that's right. The Henry Stickmin series did have a joke about MLG at one point in time in it. That's a very good note, Blitzian. Bee! It's clear that Blue Hand didn't leave. They're still talking about bees. Hi, Arshan. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. That 2010 to 28 humor is amazing. It is pretty good, actually. Do trio bot. You can smell like gooning. I hate you and your trio. You all smell like catfish, including with your gooning sessions. I know you have Discord and say ooh in the chat. With hate, Solobot. I have no idea what you're talking about, Solobot. Like, legitimately, no idea. How will I scare my family is just turn on LED. I like that. That's a pretty harmless prank, Fire and Sunny. They're very nice. I hope you have fun with it. Well, there you go. See, Blue Hand is the testament to how easy it is to mod on Bone Lab. Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. I would stream it if I even play Poppy Playtime. I haven't even played Chapter 1 through 4. So, and frankly, the Poppy's Playtime doesn't really appeal to me that much. If I were to ever do horror, it's going to be in VR. In fact, maybe sometime soon, I might just do like a live stream where I might do a horror event. I'll probably do Fears. Fears is kind of fun. But, Chad, it's kind of scary, actually. So, you're going to have to, like, bear with me on that one. Turning your room into a level run. Helldiver stream. Someday. I might do a Helldiver stream someday. I really hope so. I know. I'm trying to see whatever I want to potentially stream personally. Maybe I'll try to stream, like... I want to try and stream Silksong, to be honest. I want to make Silksong that game where I only play it on live stream. And, like, you see my progress from start to finish, all the way through. I still have to figure out how I want to do that. But I still want to make sure I have a chance to do it. I still also need to play Deltarune again. I only got up to chapter 1, but I still need to get up to chapter 4. So I still need to figure out that too. When I get my PNG tuber stuff set up, this will be so much easier. In fact, I may be able to live stream a lot more because being able to live stream like that is so much easier and so much better on my eyes and on my body and on my everything else, I swear. But yes, it looks like I caught up with chat. You should play some Gorilla Tag. No, Blue Hand, my arms will be on fire. I swear to you. Whoever plays Gorilla Tag, you are built different, I swear, because my arms will be destroyed, I swear. So, unfortunately, Gorilla Tag for me is out of the question. It's a good workout, though. A very good workout. But anyways, yes, I basically caught up chat. So, I'm not going to be reading chat anymore. I'm very grateful for all of you that join. It's always a pleasure to have you here. I'm always, always, always happy to have this chance to be able to basically just decide I'm going to live stream at this point in time and have a very healthy amount of people come and join, come and go, come and say hi, just laugh, vibe, have good talks, good conversation. I'm forever grateful that I genuinely have this chance to be here with you all. And I would never trade it for the world. Truly, wholeheartedly, 100%. Mwah! My heart truly goes out to every single one of you. I'm always forever grateful that I can share such a lovely moment with you all on this random Monday night. I hope you all take care. I hope you all have a good night. And please, with tomorrow, be well, be safe, and be your best you, okay? Good night.